do a cylinder.
Okay, let me reintroduce because I'm realizing we probably have a whole bunch of dead air there. So, hello, this is part or attempt two. This is Hey You or Dr. Diaz with Frofador and DJ Carson, and we are learning Gravity Sketch from one of the veterans of this app who uses it all the time. And Frofador is getting very fluent with object copying very quickly here. Yay! And
Such a huge history.
DJ is giving us a Don is giving us a tutorial on primitive shapes and how to make our little cozy spot for our BridgeMakers liminal hub here, which he imported this image in. So, yay! I will now be quiet and be the camera person.
Okay. Okay. Whoa. Oh, I made a cylinder with my side. Two. Hold on. Oh, there's a slider here, and there's a slider
there.
here. Okay. Okay. Cool. Hexagon. We like those. What mode am I in? I'm gonna say yes. Okay. How do I put something in like my inventory? It looks like there's sort of like a thing where things are saved. I see like let's see. There's environments.
There's not an inventory per se. There are layers. You can put them on layers if you wish.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can turn things on and off as you're working on it because it can get pretty busy in here.
True, I imagine. Okay. All right. I see. So you make all the primitive like cylinders first, and you get them ready, so you can start making your low poly objects. That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Right. So in the case of my rudimentary tree, I just grabbed the highest faceted version of my primitive puck. Then I turned off the oops, where are you? I turned off the restrict face movement, and I'm just pulling and twisting as I go. And then the best analogy I can think of working in here is like if someone asked you to lace a football. That's what it's like to build anything in here. It's you're holding the object, you're moving around, you're grabbing and you're nudging, and everything is you turning it around and basically flower arranging your verts. Now, granted, for the stuff we're building for Walkabout, everything has to remain low poly, but you can definitely come in here, work low poly, and then flip on subdivisions, and then get as detailed as you want. Well, then you can turn sub D off again and go back to nudging around the low poly version.
Can you all right, let's see. I guess the question I'm wondering about is let's say, these tree branches here. Let me slide across the 3D scene. Let's say so this is like a four sided
it's a box. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially if you only wanted to add an edge loop but not have it go over here, can you do a single vertex at a time and make n-gons, or does it not let you do that?
There's a cutting tool, an edge cut tool that you can manually do it.
Ooh, I've got this right here, so
you can come in and do it that way.
If you can't have n-gons, that's good to
know. Or I can just click and do an edge loop that's limited to whatever the next cross connection is. Let's see.
So it's kind of magnetically identifying it.
Yeah, sometimes it will edge loop the crap out of everything, and you end up with way more complexity than you wanted.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll default to simple's better than hand do it, especially when doing characters. I want to as simple as possible. I can always add complexity. It's harder to make it simpler.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. Wait, so okay, all right, I'm gonna be practicing with my little practice tree here. Oops. Undo. I want to grab the face. Nope. Undo. All right, I have to get in there. Okay. So So let me find that cut tool. Where is the cut tool?
So on your right hand, there's a hammer and a brush.
Oh, I found it. Oh, look at these. Okay. What is crease? Separate. Cut. Smooth. Let's see what smooth does. Oh, that's cool. Okay, edge cut. Yeah, let's do it. And then we do here, and we do here. Oh, jeez, I'm like all turned around. Ugh.
Especially when Dawn is so incredibly fluid with it, it's like you're always behind in here.
Well, I'm also not thinking as I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm just
It's all like the memory is programmed at this point, so you're not. It's probably hard to slow down.
It's also I have absolutely no idea if this is going to look good at all,
Mm.
and I just hurl myself at it, especially with characters, because I'm really not a character artist, but I'm constantly asked to build things that are going to be eventually characters. Now, granted, some other more talented person is going to have the job of doing a better version of it than I did, but
oh wait, these vertices are on top of each other. How do they do that? Hold on.
One thing I was noticing is like when I'm moving the object around, it's kind of snapped to a grid. Is that just the grid snap thing, or
if you look at your left wrist,
yeah,
like you're looking at a watch.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
There's a 3D grid button you can toggle on or off.
I see.
Having it on is really good for making sure that all four legs of the chair stay on the floor when you're moving it around. But if you're doing something organic, you can just turn that off.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm going to try to be like Dawn. Okay, so I'm making the cone, right? So that's the first part. And then how do I get
How many sides does it have? That's a lot of sides.
Is
You've
it?
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, the more complexity, the longer
Right.
it'll take to.
I think this was the one Dawn grabbed, though. No, I don't know. But
I got the 12 one.
Yeah. So here I have it, but then the protruding part. So I'm holding it with my grip button. How do I get it to protrude?
Trigger it again.
What is it?
Use the trigger, like your gun trigger on.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, got it.
And every time you press that trigger, it'll extrude more.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Nice. So, Froferter, do you understand that part? It's like beveling it almost. So basically, you're gonna grab the face of it only, not the little dots, and then you're gonna pull your trigger, and then pull it again, and then pull your trigger. Okay, but then you can move. Yeah, you can move your joystick to the right or to the left, and it'll widen it. There you go. Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, it's a funnel.
Yeah, it's a satellite. So, which ones do you know to grab versus not grab? Like, how do you choose what you're pulling on and not?
Oh, it's flower arranging. It's just like
just messing with it. Okay, gotcha.
Just messing with it. I don't even know if this is a decent model.
Yeah.
It's just just keep doing it till it feels right, and sometimes it never feels right. But more often than not, you'll step back and go, "Oh,
it's not terrible." Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Are you working in a mirror with this tree on both sides of the thing here, or is this?
No, I wish it could. I wish it did that, where I could, because they're all going to have to be intertwined with that sort of knotwork on the top. So I keep making a duplicate, and so I can check the two of them against each other, and then I'll delete it again, fuss with this, and make another copy.
Okay.
I I really, really wish they had instances where I could do that.
It
Yeah,
it
no,
looks like there was a
You know,
mirror
technically,
option.
I can do
Yeah,
that. I can
yeah,
actually turn on a mirror,
exactly.
but
and
can you change the direction of the mirror so it's
they,
not
yeah, that's the problem is that
like
they
Oh, there it
face? Well,
it
I
when
guess
it
if you
popped
work
over
around the center
here,
here,
yeah, it did work.
I'm gonna turn the axis on. If I do this,
Yeah,
if I do that, and then I
exactly.
do a mirror, there we go.
Nice.
that could work. That could work. You'll have to take over the middle, though. I guess I could work up here. I want to try something.
No, but I think I can. No, I can't. How do I do that? I
It's
have
okay.
done it before.
Wouldn't it just be on a smaller scale along this axis and then everybody can line
Well,
up
I could
there?
come up here and do it. Do it. Actually, I'll do it underground here. There we go.
Nice.
Just take my
I'll
disc.
be in the sky. I'll be over the learning with the middle of the text here.
Okay,
Nice.
I'll be down under the ground.
That's amazing. It's great because this reminds me. So the update for the BridgeMakers, Liminal Hub is the tree is there now. Did you see it yet? It's underneath the map.
Yes, I went off the edge, and it's like we're tumbling
Yeah,
into like an abyss where the tree is growing out of.
yeah.
Also, I'm starting to see that there's a difference between like object mode and edit mode. I'm seeing how that works when you're holding it and then you're in edit mode. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And whoever's editing is the only one who can edit that object at that time. Other people will see your vertices and see that you're moving them, but they won't be able to influence the vertices.
Yeah. Is there a redo button? Sometimes I undo and then I'd be like, no, go back.
I don't.
Yeah, on
think,
the left-hand side, the joystick is a time travel clock.
Oh right, yeah.
That's
That's
what I was
true.
figuring out before. Yeah.
The one thing I didn't like about that image is that it makes the sky really like hard to see, and I think the sky in that
I'm
world
not sure
is.
what this image did, but it looks like someone took a Photoshop white brush and just like covered up like the top of the image.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Yeah, I did that.
I don't know what's going on there, but I kind of see that. Okay, I guess there was you wanted to emphasize the singular area in the middle. Yeah.
Well, I also wanted it to feel like a canopy. The way that it was doing it was just smashing a whole bunch of trees together. So this is supposed to be a little bit more like a woven, like living bubble.
Any gravity sketch? I don't need you.
Nice. I'll move my little title out of the way here. Oh, that's kind of nice. If I move it further, the thing gets bigger.
No, if we're going to subdivide it, 8's perfect. Okay, I'm good. Okay, let's go to edit mode and turn on a mirror. Turn on the mirror. Is it grayed out? Auto select? No. Restrict space? No. Ron, how do you do a mirror? I'm curious.
Let's say we get a cube. We get it near the axes so that it does it in a predictable way, and then you click on to edit it, and on the bottom there's a slider that you can slide, and it turns it into a mirrored object. When you go to subdivide, then you can actually
turn that menu on. I have this menu.
Start with a new shape.
Okay. I have this little.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I use this guy?
Yeah. In there, and then open up your edit menu. Okay. And then there's mirrored down toward the bottom next to snap.
Grayed out.
Toggle that.
There you
go.
Oh.
There's your mirrored object.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's all I needed. Okay.
Yeah, and if you get them really close, they will stick to each other and then become one object.
Yes, that's good to know. Okay, go back to edit mode.
The other thing in the photo, which I was gonna say, another photo that I made, I had. So the design principle of not trapping people in a space, but I also wanted like a kind of railing. You know that snug feeling you were talking about where it's like people don't feel like somebody's going to run into them from the back or whatever.
Okay.
So I was
I do
thinking
know that.
like yeah, that almost like every other one would have a railing or something, or
Okay.
there's more trees or branches, or there's more columns, so then there can be little corners. Um, but that was what wasn't in the photo. Now I'm oh, that's so cool to
Can
watch.
you merge two different objects into the same geometry?
Um, to mirrored objects.
No, not mirrored, but like let's say I wanted to make a tree branch and I made it a six-sided cylinder. Wanted to take one end of that cylinder and hook it onto the side of another cylinder, and just get all the vertices together.
Yeah.
Uh,
If you open up while this is while you're editing, open up
yep.
the whoops. Oh, let me get an object to edit. Oops, that's not. There we go. If I um, if I turn on the hammer and the brush and slide all the way to the far right, there's something called merge and separate. You can take two objects and make them part of
Oh,
the same model, and then you can edit them together. So you could stick
okay.
pieces together.
Mm.
So let's say I take this one, then I'll make a duplicate of it. I'll edit the first one, and then I'll choose to merge this one. Now they both live in the same model.
Oh,
Oh,
that's how you do it. Okay. Cool, cool, cool.
So I could then, and then the vertices will snap automatically. So now these
nice.
what were two objects are now one object.
Yeah, that's great.
So, one question: when you did that, there was still the face on the side of the box.
Hmm?
Did it get like automatically removed, or do you have to like go in there and
No, I
like
had to
remove?
select the face, delete it, because the
Okay.
two faces won't stick to each other. You have to make them both open.
Oh, like
So your
mouths,
branch,
so
the
they
end of your branch
kiss.
needs to be open, and the face that you're going to attach that to needs to be open.
Nice. Did you? Oh, it's purple because it's the mirrored version. I see. Hmm, cool. In the mythos of the world, I'm trying to think about how this cozy space makes sense. Like, because we have the roots sticking out of the ground that turn into the trees, and then we have this other kind of little bubble of trees. And maybe it's just it exists and it fits with the aesthetic, but everything else seems to have like a clear origin story almost. Um,
Mm.
so I wonder about this one. Feels like the right move, but I don't quite know how to connect it into the rest of the world or even where it should live.
Or what size it ultimately
Yeah,
needs to be.
exactly.
Is it the size of a cathedral, or is it
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
two-person
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
gazebo?
Yeah. Well, and sometimes I think about like how all those trees are growing about, and maybe they actually turn into this. They grow into the giant version of it. I don't know, but yeah, maybe it'll just live near Armani's tree or something. I don't know, as an object to capture it for him.
Something else you can do in here is you can open up a web page and just on a YouTube video or a podcast or something off one side.
Yeah,
That I find that working in here a lot by yourself, it gets kind of lonely and
yeah,
earless.
yeah,
That having
Mm-hmm.
something going in the background
yeah. Can get
allows
you
you
in the
to forget
groove.
the time
Yeah,
a
that's
little bit
great.
more. Yeah, and then all of a sudden you've just listened to a 2-hour podcast and your thing's done
Yeah,
magically.
nice.
Uh, and
Yeah.
if I sometimes if I don't have that, I feel like I have to take the headset off and just breathe air. Like
Right, yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I know it'd be really cool if they let you customize your environments in here, so like you could feel
Mm.
the full scope of the
Inside.
environment. Yeah, how's this feel?
You
Oh,
can use
that's
an
really
audio
pretty.
track of an air conditioner or something.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
granted, you have the physical world sounds that you're listening to, but
Right. They don't necessarily match or feel like it's the same space. Yeah. Fro's just like, I'm just gonna enjoy the retreat of the canopy. I like it. If it's pretty lovely, right? How primitive it is, but it's still already feeling like it has so much personality.
I'm reflecting on
What you
that.
learned. Yeah.
Yeah, what I learned, and I'm also like, oh man, everything I'm doing, I'm like, I know how to do this quicker.
well, it's always going to be true.
Yeah. Do you ever create in Blender, Don?
I don't like for ages. I really would. I even built the walkabout stuff in SketchUp because I have like 20 years of experience, so
Mm-hmm.
it's like muscle memory, the whole
Yeah.
thing. But then I hit a tipping point in here like a month ago, after 4 years, where it's like, oh, I actually don't can
You
do it all
don't
in
need
here
it.
now.
Yeah, I gotcha. Interest. So 4 years and you finally got so fluid, you don't have to think. It just
But
flows out of your hands.
but it was. I also realized that I kept going back to the old tool because it I felt like I needed to,
Yeah,
and
like
then
it was the
I
right
needed to give
thing to
myself
do.
permission to
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
But also, my work tends to be really rudimentary. Like this, like I would take this tree probably maybe an hour more on it, then
Wow.
it would be handed to somebody else, and they would do the final work.
Interesting.
So I'm very seldom doing the beautiful finished stuff. Uh,
Huh.
and the people that are doing the final work are definitely doing it in Blender. They're not doing it in here.
Oh, interesting. So the final work is what
They
you're
have that
doing
muscle
right
memory.
now that you're like tweaking?
I'm just for me, it's just what kind of shapes can I come up with, and does it look good, and does it work?
Yeah. So you kind of do almost a gray box level and then they do the polishing and
Basically,
the like really
yeah.
the synthesizing so it fits with the complexity of the rest of the world and all that. Interesting.
And sometimes they're like, this is fine, Don. We'll just use
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
But um, and hope I mean anything that I can do, give them that is more closer to finish, is going to make their jobs easier.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is I've
Huh.
discovered that if I assume that someone's going to make it better, that's a mistake on my part
Yeah,
because sometimes
it won't.
we'll release something and I'll go, oh gosh, I
Oh,
thought you
that's.
guys were going to make it
Yeah, I
better.
thought you were
So I
going to
tell them,
improve
oh,
that
it's
one.
fine.
Right.
No, but it's not fine. It's so
Yeah.
awful.
Interesting. Huh.
That's funny.
But it's like already at a level where you can just kind of weave the branches into each other and differentiate them is pretty unique.
Trying to anyway.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I wish my mirroring could have be by 6. Then I
Oh,
absolutely
right.
would be.
Yeah, which Adobe
But no, it's
Substance
just 2.
does do that. Yeah. So you got to just do it one at a time. Yeah. Hmm.
So then I can delete these 2 and then try it again.
Mhm.
Oops.
Nice, Fro. You're getting there.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm still.
You're fighting yourself because you're like, I can do this faster.
4 years. That's all it takes.
I know. Don't worry. It's slow. It's a slow ramp, but you'll get it.
Okay. How do you merge vertices? If there's like a couple on top of each other or close together, what do you just put them on top of each other?
There's in your menu on below the extrude. There's a button for merge for clicking vertices.
Why is this menu over here? I gotta the menu like gets stuck down there. Mirrored
right
rounded
there.
curve. Oh,
That
here we
one.
go.
Yeah.
And then and they stick together.
Then it snaps. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
I want to test that. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I'm imagining Walkabout is pretty low poly.
It's very low poly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did finally pick it up on sale, so I've been wanting to like go in there and
I
actually check it out.
know. Yeah, we gotta go play a round of golf or BridgeMakers something.
These merge. I have the merge mode on. Collapsing polygons, yeah. Because it's just gonna make an end gun. I kind of need more polygons here anyway.
When you do this kind of work, Don, are you kind of thinking about the story of what you're creating? Or do you just kind of keep trying to feel the blood vessel kind of life going through it?
Well, yeah. Ultimately, the reason for doing it is because of the story. But when you get to this point, you're dowsing. You're looking for water underground. You're like, oh, what if I do this? What if I nudge this? What if it's that?
Kind of trying to feel the circulation of the tree, the heartbeat of sorts that does it flow
Right.
and feel like it's alive.
Feel like,
Yeah. Yeah, this will maybe be an interesting one for Silent also with their tree world.
Yeah. She's using a lot of primitive shapes to generate trees just with like math and like you take a bunch of cylinders and the curves just generate the cylinders into the pattern of like a tree trunk. Really like impressive stuff.
Mm-hmm. I almost wonder if the mythos of this is that like the trees almost look protective the way you're growing them, like they're sheltering something in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Where's my? Okay.
And so
Edge loop tool.
there's a part of me that really wants
that's just clicking the little ball at the end of your finger along an edge, and it will create an edge loop.
Wait, do that?
You did it by accident last time.
Oh, I click on auto select loops.
Yeah, that's for selecting an edge loop. Yeah, that's for creating an edge loop.
Nice.
I see. So I'm actually doesn't. Yeah, okay. I thought I had to go into the special mode. I see. It just kind of you just do that. Oh, it just knows.
So I have the instinct to draw versus, do the way that you've taught me there, but the drawing makes it really hard to simplify it down. Is that right?
Well, use the drawing as like an underdrawing.
Yeah.
In fact, that's the way that Gravity Sketch imagines you will use their tool. Is you will sketch the sneaker before you build the sneaker. You basically make a line skeleton in 3D space, and then you skin it by wrapping that surface. So, as an example,
I see the drawing.
Say I want to make a top hat and draw. Like this is really a lousy drawing of a top hat, but and then I can come in and I can just take a plane, edit it, then start to skin it.
I see.
So you're basically adding a skin basically on top of it, and then your drawing goes away as a layer kind of thing?
Well,
The drawing's still there.
Yeah.
Grab the type hat and then just move it away. Yeah.
Interesting.
Dumbest hat ever.
So they want.
Wait, how did you make your selection bigger and smaller like that? Oh, I just noticed.
Yeah. You can also, if you make it bigger and then hold the trigger and shrink it, you can get a soft select.
Oh.
That's great for nudging organic things.
Yes. Okay. I know how to do that. Very interesting.
Aw, that top hat looks already like it has such personality. We'll have to give it to Marivio.
Funky.
Let's leave that as an attachable.
Little polyhats.
No. Hmm. Do you like doing creatures better than objects, like that are like, parts of the
Features are
scenery?
scarier.
They are.
Creatures can be harder, yes, I agree. But they can be really rewarding too.
Oh, they're super fun when it's done you feel like, how did that happen? Like,
Hmm. Yeah.
it feels wrong. It feels wrong. It feels wrong, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you get to meet the person.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah,
reminds
yeah, I
me of the
feel that.
Princess Mononoke creature that I built.
Nice.
It was like I was staring at it in
There we
its
go.
face, and then I was like, all of a sudden, like, oh my god, it's staring at me back. Then I felt super self conscious, like I had bought a fish at the store and I had forgotten to like buy a fish tank. And I was like, I promise not to go to bed until you have an environment. You're so real. That was before I met you, Don.
Trees high fiving.
Nice. You're like, I built an animation. I love my animations. That's great.
Undo, undo. Yeah. Um.
That looks so good, Don.
They look a little scary.
It does feel a little haunted, hollows.
Yeah.
But, you're getting ready for the Halloween version. It's all good.
Could also go skinnier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this basically feels like VR Blender.
Yeah,
It's got everything you need.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just sort of just retraining your brain. Now, how what was it called in Blender, and what do they call it here, and what steps
Yes,
are they?
yes. There's edit mode. There's like scaling,
You
rotating.
put the hat on her. That's fantastic. She looks so good. All right. Gotta remember my tools. Mm.
Adding an edge loop here and here. Oop. It's kind of fun rotating the entire camera around. I feel like pretty used to turntable camera styles, which I'll admit kind of prefer over being able to accidentally rotate the camera like upside down.
Oh, well, actually, I do highly recommend in your menu settings to choose. Oh, they changed the menu. What the hell? Where is it?
Let's see.
It's called vertical lock. The
Ooh,
little
where is
house
that?
with the. It's in
Uh,
the.
there's
Click on the
wait.
gears. The
Yeah.
first menu. There's a little house with the
Oh, I have to click here.
axes
Oh,
in it.
I
If
see.
you toggle that on, otherwise you will get sick.
Um,
Mm.
wait, turn that. I'm still rotating the whole thing upside down. Wait, vertical lock. Oh, there it is. Oh, here we go. I mean, I was kind of cool with the other mode, but that's
Okay,
fine.
you have a stronger stomach than.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
Home orientation. That's what that is. Okay. I'm getting some sort of settings are undefined for like file settings or like I guess something with like where things are saving accesses. Axis.
Hmm.
Y should be up. Yeah. Readout system. Metric or imperial? I think metric. Okay. not your defaults. Okay. Well, now they're my defaults.
So how much time do you spend in here, Don, like per object?
For object, usually I'll probably spend 2 hours a day on a project. Like right now, I'm mostly drawing, just like the last couple days. So I haven't been in here. But if I'm actively building a library, I'll be in here for about 2 hours a day, and that's kind of my limit.
Yeah.
I'll go back to Blender or drawing board for the rest of the day. But I can make probably 30 objects in here in that 2 hours, and then I'll bring them into Blender and do all the texturing and the file naming and making sure the scale is working and it's ready for jumping in our engine.
Huh.
Cool. What do you use for texturing? Do you use like Photoshop, or like how do you paint, or?
Because we're so low poly, we have one texture for everything, and everything's textured by a pixel. So there's a brown swatch for trees, and we probably have, I guess, maybe several hundred swatches on that.
Gotcha.
Those courses that have graphics will have a second graphic that includes all the graphic art, posters and magazine covers and things, pizza boxes.
Yeah, the things that
that'll
need,
be text Photoshop.
The images. Yeah. Okay. Very neat. I need the cut tool. Cuts here and here.
God, we haven't been back in here since probably 2020. What? 2? Yeah. Yeah, it would have probably 22. Came in here with Planet Laura. I'm trying to teach her Gravity Sketch. This is when Horizon was starting to go onto desktop and wanting, us to create our own objects.
Yeah,
People didn't know how to do that.
Happening.
Yeah.
Enough with those primitives. Start using like regular graphics.
Yeah.
Or whatever I'm assuming they're saying.
Yeah. Looks really good. How do you feel about having the very top part, like these parts that are joining, just like empty, kind
Open?
of? Yeah. What do you think about that?
Sure.
Oh my god, my wrist.
Oh really?
I'm trying to go in like a really curved direction.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Actually, it is kind of fun. I'm like, you just have to be like a little more careful about.
I was also thinking.
For low poly, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was thinking this could be a fun space because, eventually either in this world or a different one, I'd love for the bottom part of that whole bigger tree to open up and we can put little stations, kind of stages along it that have different featured information or games or edutainment moments or whatever. So I think this could be a really cool place to make some like bird nests, squirrel nests, whatever. Oh yeah, you've heard about the pigeons, Don, I think.
Oh yeah.
Now I have more creatures in my house. Did I tell you about the additional creatures?
Oh no.
Yeah, the pit of death. Yeah, so accompanying the birds are both bird mites, which feel a lot like chiggers if you've ever had those, and also cockroaches. Now I know how the bones got so cleaned up.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah.
everything in here can be exported out as a FBX or a OBJ,
Mm-hmm.
and then brought
Oh, good.
right back in, and it will retain its name. If you name something in Blender, bring it in here, edit it, and bring it back, it now retains its naming convention, which
Mm-hmm.
it used not to do. It used to hose it. I would also recommend that if you're working with colors in here, take everything and put one material on it and then export. Otherwise, it'll export every single time you've used that texture color as a separate texture. So
Mm.
you'll think you're bringing in 4 objects and it's bringing in 30 textures. Like, what the
Oh
hell? They're
yeah.
all brown.
Yeah.
Um,
Interesting.
so I'll just make it all gray, bring it all in, and that way I don't have to deal with the one swapping out one texture.
Nice. That's interesting. Okay.
And then also, if you keep it low poly in here when you bring it into Blender, you could choose to just smooth it and not necessarily add more complexity.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So that
that's
Yeah.
when it goes into um, VR chat, it's still not super heavy, but looks smoother.
Yeah. That's interesting.
aren't these merging? I feel like the vertices don't merge when I tell them to.
Sometimes they won't, and I've never understood its thinking. I know that if there's a filled plane near it, it won't. But sometimes it just like, nope, not gonna touch, not gonna. And if you edit the faces around it, sometimes it'll force it to merge.
They'll lock in. Yeah.
Snap.
It's almost like they get confused and then they don't lock in.
Yeah, or they're just being ornery.
What is the low poly? Make edge loop. I'm making an edge loop. What did I do? Trigger. Whoa, not that. Don't select the whole edge loop. So I'm selecting an edge and I'm hitting the trigger. It's not making an edge loop. So it's not an edge loop thing. It should be. It's got 1, 2, 3.
Because you're using the knife as opposed to using the little circle tip.
Where? How do I make
you go into edit again? Just the editing tool, the pencil, the pencil as opposed to that circle. There we go. Now just click the edge you want to make an edge loop on. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. I'm on this edge. I have it selected. I'm hitting trigger.
But you have to click it, not grab it. With the little teeny circle on the tip. There you go.
Oh, that circle? Oh, I didn't even realize that was like a tool. Like,
yeah, that's the tip of it is what makes the edge loops. The larger one near your palm is your grabber.
I see. I didn't realize these were 2 selectable things. Okay. I gotcha. I don't know why my hands are sweating so much as I make this. I'm just like,
You're in the presence of a master. It feels like that. No, it does, because your fluidity, Don, is palpable, and so
it's just me goofing off is what I'm doing.
well, you
It's
goof off
syndrome at its finest.
you goof off with such grace that it's hard to realize you're just doodling.
You've heard my definition of a professional is waiting for someone to call you on your bullshit and they don't.
They're all out of the room.
Just still, I've got 40 years of waiting for someone to go, you're the fuck? Who do you think you are?
You're full of it.
I just one of my freelance jobs this weekend was working on a theatrical production, an immersive walkthrough physical production of the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I'm working with these guys from New York, and so this weekend I did an entire layout, and like, okay, here, please tell me why this will not work, and they went, no, it looks good. Okay.
You're like, wait, this was the prototype, and now you're saying it's ready to go.
It works.
Yeah.
Everything's working. It's great.
That's really interesting. Oh, that's so cool. I love that you get to do those things. How would you make the railing, with the corners and stuff so it looks natural?
What kind of railing are you trying to make?
We could
Just kind of the
this.
I always want people to be able to get out, and not have to I hate having one exit out of things.
Grow out of it?
I like
That, or
yeah, exactly. That's totally
or
fine.
we could also make it another thing.
Another thing.
Can I see the railing? Where's your railing?
Oh,
Oh.
get rid of it. If I did this instead.
Oh, you got a new object. So it's almost like another root has come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. How's the stream going? Do we have people in, or is it?
Oh, I don't know. I've just been doing it, not really thinking about it. I can look. Oh, maybe that's the sweaty hands too. It's that I have it actually as unlisted because I didn't want to put too much pressure on everybody.
No, that's okay.
Just in case we started cussing and talking shit about big companies around us. It's like, oh, make sure we're not gonna.
Screw you, Autodesk.
Oops,
Easily.
Sorry.
Easily.
Hmm.
It's okay. You're allowed to cuss them out.
What is Autodesk?
They make all
Maya and
Oh yeah, gotcha.
AutoCAD, and without
the. No, wait.
it's got a business model that means they don't have to actually have a customer service or actually listen to their customers.
Wow.
Other than that, they're great.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
$4,000 seat per year.
Person.
They're not my favorite company.
wow.
So something like that, Ruth?
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, what do you think it says to have it look more like a fence versus look at it like more like vines coming out of the same tree or something?
Up to you, really. You're the client.
Oh, wow, fancy. um,
So, I mean, you could do it like this, where it's kind of more.
feels a little. Yeah, I think I like. Have you ever seen the? So this is an actual kind of like I don't even know what it would be called, arborist or whatever. Like there are people who grow things out of living trees, like chairs and doorways and stuff like that.
Gazebo.
Yeah, so I haven't ever seen a gazebo made out of it, but I love the idea of that somebody stuck around for, you know, 200 years and was like, someday this place will feel cozy, and they just keep tweaking the trees and helping them lean on each other. But yeah, the more that it feels like it's living or breathing on its own. In fact, it could be cool to have just a slight animation that has it kind of breathing a little bit, just ever so slightly. Yeah.
All right. I don't think I'm gonna
Get super fried. Oh, your trees are awesome. Check these out, Don. Look at their personality.
I've gone off the rails. I'm not making yours.
They're great. They're gnarly.
They're gnarly. They remind me of your avatars a bit. They're like all. They're all like dancing into each other as branches. That's awesome. Don't delete these. They have personality already, so they might show up somewhere else, or they might actually just become part of. Like this looks like such a fun thing to run along and parkour around on.
Heck yeah.
It's got such a fun obstacle course on it.
Yeah. I'm having fun with this. This is
Yay.
cool. Get in there and extrude the pentagon. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that looks really good done. And then do you feel like you're making it at a level where adding leaves to it the way that the other one has leaves is the trees in the world have leaves is advisable, or do you think it'll make it a little too chaotic? Because then the
No, it's
leaves
good.
will be
Yeah.
blowing around and everything like that.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Are the leaves on those trees planes with a texture on it?
I
Not
believe.
individual geometry. They're not. Each leaf is its
Yeah,
own.
I don't think they're actual objects. I think they're more like, yeah, planes. Hmm. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I feel when I watch Dawn create in here, I feel like I'm watching those cake shows. And I'm like, I have a knife in my toolkit. Can I eat this? It looks delicious. That's so
Oh, you
good.
got little dots around the corners. What do these dots mean? Oh, which is that?
Oh, it was me just editing it. Just grabbing the
Oh, I
vertices.
see. I see. Yeah,
That looks
that's
so
pretty cool.
good.
Hmm.
So, in that liminal world, how many of these do you think it needs? Like just one, or should there be multiple options for people to kind of go hang out in?
This could be one of them. Maybe another one is architectural, and another one is Stonehenge.
Hmm.
So that each one has an identity.
Oh, what would an
Otherwise, it might feel
architectural,
cut and
yeah, one look
like
like?
a gazebo, a wrought iron, or gazebo,
Oh, so it
full
would
on
be
Pollyanna
different kinds
handstand
of, yeah, different kinds of
of
shape
circles.
evolution or something.
Hmm.
Huh.
One could be Roman or Greek,
Hmm.
with columns. Uh, Another one could be a crop circle,
Mm-hmm.
alien made.
How would you make a crop circle? Would it also have a canopy and stuff?
Not necessarily. It could just be It could be something carved in a high grass or a
I
weed,
see.
so that you feel surrounded by it and you walk
Yeah.
paths
Oh,
to
that's
get to the
great.
center
That's great.
circle.
So then basically what that's teaching is um, multiple cultural safe spots or something like where
Right.
people recognize as like this is the place we gather, and so it would be showing
Yes.
different versions of
It's
that.
always a circle,
Yeah,
wherever it
yeah,
may
yeah.
be.
Lovely.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's really interesting.
crop circles so fun.
I know. Especially if we take it after an actual crop circle. I wonder if crop circles are rated according to the least likely to be man made or something. And if we take one that's just like, this one was unbeatably bizarre, like there is no way that, like they had cameras on it. So it definitely wasn't humans. Wow, Fro, I really love your tree. It's so gnarly.
We're going in a different direction.
It's awesome though. It reminds me of the veins inside the brain.
Yeah, I'm kind of realizing like, oh, I kind of need like an edge move down like this branch, and then it's like, oh god, now I have to reposition like dozens of vertices, and I gotta
Mm.
pull this out. I gotta edit it over here. Just
Mm.
let them like not be doing anything.
How
But I
would
do
you?
kind of like zooming in and out.
Yeah, no, exactly. The God mode and whatever. I wish we could hop down on the ground and like see it from the ground and walk around. It looked like there was a
Oh,
setting for that that looked like it was, you know,
yeah, I wonder. I thought I remember walking when I like turned this on the first time, but like now that I'm like been here, I don't see a lot of options to like what would you yeah, how would you do that even?
To get
To like
to first person height.
mm-hmm.
is that
Other
what you're
than
saying?
yeah, well, or
If I
just
want to go see
how
nice and
in
go down,
Horizon, yeah,
I go down grabbing it, you get to 100%. And now I'm the same size as the avatar. I can sure as teleport, and I can actually stand up and experience this the size it would be experienced in VR chat.
Okay. There is a review mode. Have you seen that?
I don't know what that is.
It says it's experimental.
I think that's for presenting others that aren't
Oh.
building. You bring someone in here.
Oh, okay. Got it. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, let me feel this. Yeah, it's looking really interesting. I almost wonder if there would be like a invisible light in the middle of these trees that like kind of shine a strange light on them. Um, I wonder how much we would decorate the trees according to like maybe we don't have leaves, but we just bake in some really interesting lighting so they almost look like they have moss on them or something.
You know, the other day when we were in that call with the I think it was Shadow, the guy who made the furry hangout, he
Yeah.
was giving me tons of great resources. I found a whole it gave me like 5 websites full of textures. Like
Oh, yay.
here's like an infinite supply.
Nice.
And then he also provided that one thing. It's like you can just in the Unity, scene, you can just straight up like put these strings, and then they will have lights distributed all along them, and you can like have the gravity so they loop down more, and you can have like all these sort of stringed lights. Like they could be like Christmas lights, they could be like dim orange lights. It was like really um it was like it looked really easy and fun to just make like like a lit area, like someone strung up a bunch of
That's so interesting.
elements.
Yeah.
So that's a package we could use if you want.
Yeah,
to, like,
yeah.
Just feel really comfy, really comfy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Kind of the glowy. That's so cute. You made a whole. I know. You're decorating the scene.
Yeah, I've got a library because we.
Yeah, you have lots of stings.
40 some odd miniature golf courses. You end up getting a lot of.
Yeah. Yeah. It's looking really good. I'm wondering what you think about the idea of having like more like the let's see, 1, 2, 3, like 8. Right now it's like 6 of just having these kind of corners that people can kind of sit in that have their backs to a thing versus the 6. Maybe both for different things, but like yeah. Do you feel like if you sat in this area you would feel really comfortable, like people aren't going to run in on you? Is the question I'm asking. Oh, okay.
Especially with it being dished out.
Yeah.
A little hollow.
Yeah, that is nice.
Like a little living room.
Yeah.
And if there's leaves up above you, it'll be like a ceiling.
Yeah, it'll feel really cozy.
Like
yeah. Okay. Well, this is awesome, Don. Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, it could use another 2.
Right now?
Yeah, just go to export. And choose to export at FBX. It'll bring everything that's in here with you, but you can, once you get into Blender, you can just delete anything you don't need, and then start blendering the heck out of it, making it.
Oh, it's saved. Gravity Sketch is exporting it.
Is that why it's called Blender? Okay, good.
Yeah, and you'll grab it from the landing pad on the web. Each of us we all have our own landing pad.
Yeah.
And that FBX file should appear there, and you just bring it right onto Blender.
Okay, got it. Cool.
It will pop in the scale in relationship to the axes.
Yeah. So let's pretend that for some reason we really loved Gravity Sketch and we were coming in here once a week to just like build objects and hang out and whatever. Like, how would you suggest the evolution goes to like for us to teach ourselves how to build to the point where you're being as fluid as you just were? Like, what's the...
If you have a grocery list of things you wanted to build, and I would start with objects first, I want to build some tables, and I want to build some logs, and I want to build a couple of bushes. Come in
Mm.
here, spend an hour making them, and then bring them into Blender, and then you can play with them in there.
Mm-hmm.
Consider it just another tool in your tool belt, as opposed to something you're going to go and make it your focus as a maker.
Mm.
Um, and I'd say that start with organic stuff, because it's
More
much
forgiving.
happier
Mm-hmm.
and forgiving to make organic stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
like I used to only make characters in Gravity Sketch, and everything building or object wise I did in SketchUp, and now I still do large. Like I have to do a big gateway for one of our projects. I'm going to do that in SketchUp. It's just faster. But
Mm.
for all of the stuff around the garden that I'm
Mm-hmm.
designing, I'll just kind of build it in here first.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. John, I have a quick question. I noticed FBX is not a free option to export
Yeah, but
things.
yeah, so but OBJ is. So bringing in this
Yeah.
OBJ. The good news
Okay.
with OBJ is that it comes in without the textures, which is actually a godsend.
Probably. Yeah. Actually, probably
Comes in
better.
cleaner.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't understand why FBX is worth hundreds of
Money.
dollars a
Yeah.
month to just have that.
Wait, is that how much the
It,
expenses are
it
for
no.
Gravity Sketch?
So
It's if it's for an individual, I don't know what it is
it's
now.
200 a
Corporate one
year
is
for an
was it
individual.
200 a year?
Oh,
That's reasonable.
Yeah. I
I
have
use it
it.
all the
it's like what
time.
OBJ.
I have. They
But
just
if
gave me a
you're just going to make a
free.
couple objects
Yeah.
every month, then free
Yeah.
version's more than enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. OBJ definitely makes sense. Yeah, this is it doesn't seem like it's a one-stop shop for creating
It
everything, but it is
I don't think anything is. I think
no.
Photoshop isn't a one-stop shop. You're always going to be pulling using other applications to do something that does it better.
Yeah. But I like what I made. This feels like a
That's
fun
great. I love it.
project.
This is my contribution to this session that I've mostly just been filming. Um, Don made the hat, and I made the bunny ears and
Nice.
tail.
Nice.
Yay.
Little buntail. Made in the stove.
I think this is the project you and I were working on a long time ago, or it could have been.
No, I wasn't on.
It also could have been Laura, because Laura was in here learning with us. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Okay.
Thank you so
Fun
much,
hanging out.
Don. This
You
was so
guys.
great.
You bet.
Yeah.
I'd love for us to
Super cool.
regroup and go do walkabout mini golf when you feel like it, not just to be a tour
Yeah,
guide,
that
but
would be great.
yeah,
I'd love to show around
yeah,
the stuff we're doing and why we do it the way we do it.
exactly.
How often are you updating it? Sounds like it's a constant ongoing thing.
It is. We about every 6 to 7 months, weeks. Yeah, 6 to 7 weeks we release a new DLC. So
Ooh.
like 6 or 7 DLCs a year.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is, and then each one has a hard mode or an easy mode, so it's a day or night version. So
Okay.
you can basically for your $4 you get
Ooh.
2 courses. That's cool.
Stole your
You
tree.
left the copy behind.
Did I? Oops.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah.
now
You
you've
left
made. Yeah,
four.
There we go.
there you go. You're good now. There you go. That's it.
But it didn't.
That's so
No, it
cute.
goes
Why
back.
does it do that?
I think because they're still connected to each other. I think
When you pull it away and you let
Fedora,
go.
if you were to take and edit 2 of the branches to touch each other and then pull out, it would become one object that she could grab and take away, and then you could
That's true.
just decouple them again.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Still
let me,
mirror.
Hmm. This reminds me of the tree. Do you remember my old swamp in Horizon that had all the alien trees? There's that one that became the grandmother tree, but its name was Crazy Hair. I was trying to grab a copy of it because I was thinking about like it actually looks a lot like Crazy
There you
Hair
go.
if it was inversed, basically.
Now, Ruth, you can grab it, pull it away, and click the trigger.
Oh, I think that's what I was doing.
There you, oops,
Undo.
now.
Professor's like, stop messing with my thing. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna do this right. Alright, so this and then you said click. That's what it was. I wasn't clicking the trigger.
There's still another one in there.
Ah.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it mirrored.
Whoops.
Whoop.
Wait, what just happened?
Sorry, don't want to delete nothing.
Okay, it's in there.
Okay. So
I'll let you
this.
guys figure it out.
Yeah, thank you, Dawn. You're awesome.
Okay, fun hanging out.
Appreciate
Let's do it
you.
again.
Yay.
See ya.
All right.
All right,
Bye.
take care. Thanks.
That was really fascinating. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the stream here. Thank you,
Yeah,
everybody,
I
for